background is in bioenergetics, and I was actually in the process of traveling throughout the United States on farm tours and studying kind of the bioenergetics and agriculture and soil science. And I was getting ready to move out to Hawaii. This was back in February, and I ended up injuring my right ankle and my left knee while I was meditating. And I actually severely injured them. It just got progressively worse when I moved out to Hawaii. And I had about a month of like recoup time before I actually had to start my work engagement. And there's just no way. There's no way that I could have been able to actually work with those injuries. So by putting myself in that position, I was kind of desperate. Just to be honest with you, I was like, I had to figure out something kind of in a split second, and I had a very short window of time to actually get prepared to go out into the field and do farm work. And anybody that has ever done farm work, it's tedious. It's very, very intense work. So for me, I was very thankful. I had about 11 days when I first got out there. I couldn't walk, and I was just canvassing a lot of Facebook aspects and going through a lot of profiles and just doing a lot of engagement, kind of building up my profile. And me and you have been friends for a little while, and I just resonated heavily with the content that you put out there. And for me, it was an intuitive grab. You know, when you just get that feeling where I'm like, this guy knows what he's talking about, and I need help. I need help. So, and not only that, I felt safe with the information that you were conveying. And that's just kind of how it led to it. And for me, it worked out perfect. It was divine timing. And, you know, everything that I went through working with you just kind of worked out, and it helped me alleviate all those injuries going in so I actually could do the work when I was there. It's weird. I've heard people have injuries like this too, especially if you don't have a proper seat with, you know, either part of your foot, you know, touching your perineum to actually give you a proper posture when you're sitting that way. So still to this day, I have to sit in a chair to meditate, but the pain in my left knee and my right ankle are completely gone. It's just kind of the scar tissue makes it a little bit more challenging to sit like I used to. I think it was just the healthy proprioception of what was actually happening within my body. I've never done any type of like spinal work or any type of, you know, cervical work around that area. So I don't have, you know, the knowledge base that has that connection point. Like I'm very well versed in just the energetic aspects, but not just the anatomical structures. So to really feel my nerve endings again was just a joy, because I was kind of losing it for a second. I was like, not only am I, you know, like you said, uprooting my life to come do this endeavor, I was like, can I even do it? You know, like they was very questionable just in the time frame. I knew I was going to be able to heal because, you know, I'm very well educated in the concept of just healing just through the mind alone, but the time frame was just making me a little bit nervous. So for me, it was just the expedience of how fast it came about. And I wasn't expecting that. That was kind of the beauty of kind of surrendering into that moment and really just being absorbed into the actual protocol itself. So that was my biggest notice. I was like, this is moving and rapidly changing very, very quickly. Many different parts. But I think the way that you've built out not only just the protocol itself and also your program it's just extremely gentle. Like it's extremely gentle. Like there's so much care and nurturement that goes into the actual movement. So it's easy for anybody. You just got to do it. So I highly recommend it. Absolutely.
You know, how often are you hitting the floor these days? Curiously.
Yeah, I mean, I do my best to get it every morning. It's not perfect.
Wow.
But yeah, my schedule has gotten a little crazier than what it was in Hawaii. I had a lot more time in Hawaii to just hit the floor, but yeah, it's definitely, especially the North Star, just because it's such a hitter and it's so quick, and it's just kind of like the main squeeze that I have. Doing that as much as I possibly can. But I'm out here. You're Rocket Man. I renamed it the Iron Man because I'm a comic book geek. So I do that as much as I can everywhere. So technically I am doing it every single day, but like when I'm hitting the floor, it's a little bit different.